Hey, what's up? I got a quick question for you. Do you feel like you're missing out on the huge impact that social media can have on your business? Well, if so, you're going to want to stick around for the next couple of minutes as I show you an easy way to have the biggest impact on social media. And to save you time, I'm going to ask you just a few questions, and if you say yes to any of them, you'll know it'll be worth it to stick around for the next couple of minutes. If not, you don't need to waste your time. We're all busy, right? So, first thing is, are you somebody that has created content over the years and you're not doing anything with it, or you know it could be repurposed, but you just don't know how or what to do, and it's just kind of sitting there and you're like, hey, I got a huge missed opportunity because I got all this content already created? Or you just know that you need, in order to have the biggest impact, you have to create such an awareness that you're on all places, all the time, being seen everywhere, so people get used to this mug of yours to create the biggest impact? Or are you somebody that's just overwhelmed with the creating of the content and the strategy and the posting and when to do this, when to do that? Or are you just frustrated with the tech side of having to create the graphics and edit the videos and schedule the postings, and the tech is what really stops you? Or maybe you're just really frustrated with working with contractors that take longer than expected to get the job done. You got to train them, you got to manage them, and to actually get all the pieces of the puzzle together to accomplish what you're trying to do. And with all the different things that you have going on, you just end up not utilizing social media the way that you know you should or could, or that you see other people doing it. So if you answered yes to any of those questions, I'm glad you stuck around. I'm going to jump in and show you real quick. All right, so what I'm talking about is content compounding and content expansion. All right, I can't take credit for these. I learned these from Frank Kern, and when you see what it is, you're going to be absolutely blown away. So the first thing is content compounding, and this is what I used to do. So I would go live on Facebook, and I'd be all excited because, that creating that one piece of content, isn't the easiest thing. Otherwise, everybody would be doing it, right? But I got excited because I could repurpose that content, right? We hear about this, we've been taught this, we know we should be doing it. Most of us don't. But it was cool to be able to repurpose it and say, okay, hey, I'm going to take this live video, I'm going to edit it up, I'm going to download it, edit it, and, put a little nifty intro and outro on there and post it on YouTube. And then I'd be able to take the audio out of that video and create a podcast. And then I'd be able to take that video and post it on LinkedIn, Instagram, and I could have it transcribed to where I could easily get a blog post created. So out of that one piece of content that I created, I was able to have a total of 6 pieces of collateral, 6 posts somewhere, so I could create more awareness with the one piece of content that I created. So that's content compounding. Here's where the game changer comes in. All right, are you ready for this? This is content expansion. So we have that first Facebook Live video up here, right? We do the same thing. We edit the video, we get it all clean, and we put a little intro, outro on it. We post it on YouTube. We also post the video podcast on our website, and then we take out the audio and we upload that to the podcasting system that we would use, right? Here's where it gets interesting, is we take that clean edit version here, and let's say a Facebook Live video is maybe like 20 minutes, right? Some of mine are between 20 to 40 minutes, between 10 and 50 minutes for a long one. It doesn't matter how long they are. What we want to do is find the main thoughts. Like, I want 3 chunks here. So I want 3 main thoughts broken out of that video that I can repurpose and post along in Facebook, post that chunk on YouTube, post it on LinkedIn, and post it on Instagram. So that one piece of collateral, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 possible posts across these 4 different platforms. You see how it's multiplying there? So I got 1, 2, 3 main ideas. And then what I'm doing is I'm designing like a meme style, meaning like besides just the video, it has like an overlay, has some type of design, some type of coloring that stands out to get people to stop scrolling and see what you have. So again, I'm taking those 3 pieces of collateral and I have the ability to post it on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Then what I'm doing is I'm taking 3 little chunks, so like 60-minute clips. Basically, I want to find good points, good talking points, good topics that you're talking about, and create 1, 2, 3 that I can post along these 4 avenues. And then, of course, I'm making those meme styles as well. 1, 2, 3 of them, posting across 4 platforms. And then what we do is we take still images of the video and create them in kind of like a meme style so that we could post those still image graphics on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Now you're talking like 19 pieces of content or collateral. You got 1 piece of content, 19 pieces of collateral are created from that, which gives you the ability to have upwards of 60 posts that you can post along these 4 platforms. So after a few videos, you literally have a library of posts that you don't have to think about, what am I going to post today? What content am I going to have to create? Like, it's already there. You only have to do one of these once a week, once a day, whatever you're doing, and all of a sudden you have this library of posts. The cool part is you can actually have us schedule those posts out as you get comfortable with the content that's being created. I'm sure you probably don't want us to do that right away, but we can. And that way you don't have to think about it. You go live, you tell us that you have a video somewhere or a Facebook Live video that we could download, and we do the rest. And now you have a library. Now you're seeing across these 4, 5, 6 different platforms. All right. You got a podcast, you got your website, you got Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And you could even use these other places if you wanted to, whether you're posting something on Twitter or Pinterest, whatever, right? But ultimately, it's giving you a ton of different posts, a library to choose from, so you never have to think about it again. And nowadays with the algorithm changes, basically we know people aren't seeing all of our posts all the time like they used to, and this is going to allow us to do multiple posts per day on different topics, different posts across different platforms to ensure that people are seeing your content. And then these pieces of content should have a call to action driving them to become a lead or a customer to increase your awareness and your revenue, which is the whole purpose of all of this, right? Can you imagine the impact that you're going to have when people are seeing you everywhere all the time across all these different platforms? The impact is huge. So again, this is content expansion. You create the one piece of content. We break it up, creating all these pieces of collateral, which ends up being somewhere around 60 possible posts that you have so you don't have to think about it. Can you imagine not having to think about what you're going to post each day? It's just already going. If this looks confusing to you, it's not for us. You can have us actually schedule these posts out in your platforms so you don't have to think about this anymore. So you're getting the biggest impact from social media the easiest possible way. All right. This is one example of a live that I did and all the different pieces of collateral they broke out. Some are images, some are the 60-second clips, the 6-minute clips, all broken out, ready to go. I got my clean audio for the podcast. I got my clean video for YouTube where my intro and outros have been added to that. Let's just see just a couple more. I mean, we got tons of them just from the one video, right? So again, we got tons of different designs for these things. They don't all have to be the meme styles. The goal is when people are scrolling, they see it, it's a showstopper, they stop and consume your content. So let me show you how we make all this possible. So we watch a video and we need all this information, which if you're doing it yourself, you'd have to do this. If you're sending this to a contractor to do, you'd have to do this. Basically where you're outlining what each piece is that you need, right? The clean edited version that's going to go on YouTube, right? All right, great. What's the headliner or the title for YouTube, and what's the content you're putting in the description of the YouTube video, and what's the call to action you're driving people to, right? And then with the images, same thing. It's like, okay, if it's a meme, like what is the meme actually saying? You got to tell these people what graphics to create. And for the post, great, what's your headliner hook? What's the content for that post? What's the call to action for that post? And then for each video that you're doing, the main chunks and the little chunks, you got to figure out, where is the topic? Where's the thought, start and stop, to be able to cut that video up. The person's going to need to know the exact time to start it and the exact time to stop it, and of course all the other content that goes with it. And this is a very time consuming process that most people don't want to do, which is why we do it for you, which is why I have my team watch your video, get familiar with the content, and then come through, watch it again, start and stop to get all of this filled out so that they can get all of these pieces of collateral created for you. I hope that helps visualize exactly what this process is and how to do it. All right, so now that I showed you exactly what and how to do it, you got 2 options, all right? Number 1, you could do all that on your own. Doesn't sound like fun, right? Sounds like a lot of time. Trust me, it is a lot of time. You're also dealing with a lot of different systems to make all that work, right? Now, I guess it's 3 options. So third one is you could outsource that to different people to get the different pieces of the puzzle together. But when you do that, you're going to have to fill out that form, right? You don't have the form, but you'd have to fill out everything on that form, right? Like, hey, with this chunk built, you need to edit it at 8 minutes 11 seconds all the way to 9 minutes and 27 seconds. So you have to watch your videos, find the breaks in the thoughts that you're talking about, give the timestamps for start and stop times so that the editor can go in and edit out those chunks for you. And then you got to come up with the titles and the content and create the graphics that go along with those. In the editing, creating different like memes and different styles that catch people's eye to stop them as they're going through their feeds. And then when you get all the collateral back, going through and scheduling all of that, it's a lot of time, a lot of effort, and you probably got better things to do, which is why you probably haven't been doing this in the first place, right? So what I'm going to offer you is an easy button. All you have to do is let us know where a video is or that you just went live. And what we're going to do is we're going to watch your video and we're going to fill out that form, get everything chunked up, get our video editors to edit it, chop it up, create the graphics, create the styles, and the person watching the videos is actually going to create your post content. So you don't have to think about what to post. Really, we just need a headline, little description, and your call to action. That way, you end up having all that collateral at your disposal, and you can even have us schedule those posts out for you so you don't have to, right? That's another option. So literally, you don't have to do anything. You just tell us where your video is. We do all of it, and now all of a sudden, out of that one video, you have all those pieces of collateral, all the potentials of posts that you could do with those, creating those libraries and getting them scheduled so that you're out there on every platform, everybody's seeing you, getting familiar with you, building that trust, building that likability, and driving people to your offer, your funnel, your pages, wherever we're driving them so that you can take that awareness and turn it into actual leads, which will turn into actual money. So if this is something that sparked interest, go ahead and scroll down to learn more, and we hope you get started and give us a try. Trust me, you'll like it. You won't be disappointed.